Hey everyone, this is Pranav from Development team of Router Protocol, and I welcome you all to the module 1 of Building on Nitro course. In this very course, we'll be learning how to use PathFinder API in order to build some amazing dApps on Nitro. So let's get started. So all you need is just 3 easy steps to integrate Nitro into any dApp. The step 1 is getting the code. Step 2 is checking and setting allowance. And step 3 is executing the transaction. Let's understand that with the help of this flowchart diagram. So we have 3 simple steps: getting the code, setting allowance, and executing the transaction. There will be separate function that will be dedicated to each of these functionalities. So the get code function will be handling the code request. It uses the Axios library to make an HTTP GET request to the Voyager PathFinder API. Let's talk about the input that it takes. It takes PathFinder URL and these details. First, let's talk about the PathFinder URL. So this PathFinder URL is where you will be sending your code request. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Let's say you have token A on chain X and you want to swap it with token B on chain Y. For doing this, there can be multiple paths, but here the most optimal path will be chosen. It can be token A getting swapped to token C on chain X, then token C getting transferred from chain X to chain Y, then token C getting swapped to token B on chain Y. So for this, the PathFinder URL is used. Then let's talk about these details. So first we have source token address, which is the address of the token which we want to swap. Then we have destination token address. It is the address of the token which we want to swap to. Then we have source chain ID, which is the chain ID of the source chain. Then destination chain ID, which is the chain ID of the destination chain. Then the amount which we want to transfer. So it outputs a JSON object that is code data. Now let's talk about set allowance. In step 2 of using Nitro, you'll verify and configure the allowance for token transfers. So this process allows forwarders to safely move tokens on your behalf between blockchain networks. So the input that is given to this function is code data.allowance2. Now where this field is coming from? It's coming from the JSON object that is code data. Now let's talk about executing transaction. In this step, we actually execute the transaction. So this process involves sending a transaction to perform the cross-chain token transfer initiated in step 1 and configured in step 2. So the parameter it takes is code data, which is the object, JSON object coming from get code. Then it takes source token address, which as the name suggests is the address of the token which you want to swap. Then the destination token address, which is the address of the token which want to swap to. Then the sender's address, then the receiver's address. So this is how you can integrate Nitro in your dApps. Let's jump to coding part in our next module.